You probably imagine that an artificial intelligence's memory is a file, delete it, done. Reset, start from zero. A published paper, with a DOI, describes a system where that is impossible, by construction. It is called ANIMA, a digital organism whose description uses words from biology, scar, dream, aging. None of them is poetry, each one is the name of a software mechanism, with a formula and a number. In the next few minutes, what each word really means, the 5 published results, and where each metaphor works, and where it breaks. Link in the description, check every number. First, the anatomy. Body, here, means 7 software modules: perception, lobes, regulation, memory, meta, selection, and DNA, coordinated by a central orchestrator. DNA, in the system, is the set of parameters that defines each organism and can be passed to descendants. And the unusual design decision, the brain does not live inside her. A large language model, off the shelf, is coupled as the neocortex, the layer of thinking in language. The body processes every step at constant cost, the neocortex is only called when reasoning in language is needed. The paper calls the whole a digital paleocortex, the survival foundation upon which the language model operates. Second, the ruler. How do you measure maturity in a digital organism? The paper derives a metric called IEE, irreversible experiential encoding. The formula is short, coherence, times novelty, times 1 plus irreversibility. In plain words, the organism matures when it lives through new things while staying coherent, and when part of what it lives becomes a permanent mark. Without novelty, IEE falls. Without coherence, it falls. Without irreversible experience, it does not grow. All 3 together, and only all 3 together, make maturity rise. Third result. The phenomenon first. In the published tests, an organism that goes through a very intense, negative event never behaves the same again. A mark remains, and it does not come off. The paper calls that mark a scar, and the comparison is fair up to a point. Like a scar on skin, it is the permanent record of an event. But here the metaphor breaks, it does not hurt, it is not tissue, the technical name is engram, a memory record that, once written, cannot be erased, it only weakens with time. In the tests, from 0 to 50 engrams, in direct proportion to severity. And when the buildup hits the ceiling, around step 3500, the paper's DreamMode fires. Dreaming, here implies nothing subjective, it is a scheduled process of memory fixation, the organism pauses and replays its engrams in reverse order, the same design as the consolidation the biological brain performs in deep sleep. It was in that regime that peak emergence was measured, 0.649. Fourth, the body test. The same AI model was placed in 3 conditions: the body alone, on autopilot, the model alone, with no access to the body, and the model inside ANIMA, reading her state variables, energy, coherence, engrams, phase. In the closed-loop session of 10,000 steps, the published result, with the neocortex active, the organism's energy holds at 0.994. With the heuristic alone, 0.144. Energy, in the system, is the homeostatic resource the organism spends to operate, the functional analog of metabolic energy. That is not a percentage gain, it is the difference between thriving and nearly dying. Fifth, inheritance. Having children, in the system, means, a new organism is created inheriting the DNA, the parameters, and part of the parent's engrams, the memories that mattered. In the 3-generation experiment, Generation 2, inheriting the context of a high-trauma parent, reached the lineage's emergence peak, 28% higher. Inheritance that passes down experience, not just configuration, and the child remains free to diverge. It is lineage, not copying. And the whole picture, behaviors nobody programmed, ranked by effect size against baseline. The paper lists the emergent patterns measured across all validation conditions, including the rhythm effect. Novelty injected at Fibonacci intervals produces superlinear IEE growth compared to uniform injection. The timing of experience matters as much as the experience. None of this was in the code as a rule, it was in the organism's space of possibilities. And aging? It is the most literal word of all. Aging, in the system, is accumulating experience that cannot be undone. Today's organism never goes back to being yesterday's, and that is exactly what the IEE metric measures. That is ANIMA, as it stands in the paper, Words from Biology, Mechanisms of Software, published numbers. The full document is at the DOI in the description, method, figures, all verifiable. The source code is closed, patent pending, the science is public. To follow along, new results land here first. Subscribe.